Alright. Hey there, Jim. So what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to rip into your site and tell you what you're doing wrong, but also give you all the advice and all the good, good bits that you can use to get 3 times more business for your site. I'm going to try and bring in as much as I can within 15 minutes because I respect both yours and my time. So I'm going to try and do what I can for you. Right off the bat, what I really liked is that you have this orange instant quote button. But you should plop that up here on every single page. That's going to give you way more conversions off of this button, right? Because if I'm on the site, this is real estate. Everything here, this is what people see first when they see your site. And this isn't even right there because I have to scroll down just a little bit. Having that up there, that's what you want people to do, right? You should be able, if anything, you should have that even larger across the top, right? But just take that up there, and that's going to take your conversions from maybe 3 or 4% to what everyone else is getting. That's 10% based off of traffic that people want to sign up. People need your services. They just don't know, and they're just lazy. They don't know what they need to do to go to your site. Looking at your site for mobile, this is what I would see if I was on my phone. Can you read that? If that was in the size of this on from what you see here, this here on my own screen, that's a little bit larger than what my phone is. I think I misplaced my phone here, but it's roughly the same size. Can you read that? If I can't even read that and it's a little bit larger, if people are searching up your business, right? 35% of all new business leads are generated through looking up your business on Google. Maybe they're in transit, or maybe they're at a restaurant, or maybe they're just bored with family, they're sitting on the couch. They're not at their computer or laptop. They're looking up, oh, I should probably look up fertilizing for winter, or past winter we don't want to re-fertilize our lawn, and they're like, oh well, I can't really see this site, skip, I'm going to go to the next one because, oh, it turns out they have a mobile or optimized site. That's not something that you should ignore. That's something that most people kind of looked into. Looking at images, Google does not know that this is a green yard. It doesn't look at every single image and spends the resources to say, hey, I know what this is all about. The way that Google knows what this image is will improve on how Google will rank your site. That's something that if you apply this, you can probably get 50 new traffic per month based on the amount of effort that you put in. Because based on what you have, all right, let me go back up to here. You have basically 100 in traffic per month, right? So doubling, getting 50% of that just as a permanent bonus just by applying this little next bit is something that you should look at. The name of the file, right? Whoever is building your site should be able to do this, whoever who built it in the first place. The name of the file, right, is lawn, fert, before, except it has all this extra stuff in here. It should not include all this extra bits in here. It should also include lawn care, fertilization, service after. So guess what? You guys do that. I just initially saw the name of the file. That right there, you guys are doing well with that. That could explain the 100 in traffic that you guys got. So let me backpedal. You guys are doing well with building out articles. So sprinkler winterization is what you're basically paying almost $100 a month for people to come to you, right? Because people are probably looking up that term because it's spring's coming around. So I bet that's what people are finding. Being able to add this in, I'm sure that you guys are bringing in a lot converting here based on that. So I bet whoever that you're linking to Google, they're seeing this right away. If this is optimizing the amount of traffic that comes in, and then I'm pretty sure you guys are doing well. What I tell people is bringing in paid traffic is a lot like having a mortgage. If you're renting by paying, and once you stop, and then you get kicked out of your house. But if you have a mortgage and you have organic traffic coming in, they're going to keep coming in, and once you stop paying, you're still going to have that traffic. I'm sure that you're linking this to whatever page that you have, the ads that are running right now off of Google. Being able to target that keyword is something that you should be looking into because that's going to be permanent for the rest of the spring and for next year and so on and so forth. In order to do that is as simple as taking the keyword, plopping in, Burnsville, plopping in whatever city, and having that be on a full page, one-page article, right? So having something here that says pre-order your lawn aeration service in Burnsville now. That could be something that could give you 2% on conversions as well as rank this site. This up here, lawn core aeration service dash, put in dash Burnsville. Do that maybe 50 times and I guarantee you that you're going to have at least 250 in traffic. That's going to bump up your 100, your 87 to 200 or 250. If you keep doing that for all the pages, that's one of the fastest ways that you can get crazy traffic. In this page here that people are opting in and paying through PayPal, that's going to convert pretty well. This 5-point copied bit here is something that looks really easy. This arrow here actually, whenever I tell someone to use something like this, it actually increases conversions at least by 0.5%. So good on you for having that. I don't know who did that for you, but that's something that you guys are doing well, which is something that I don't really see. But it's a shame that you guys aren't at 100 because the site that you have right now, if you made it mobile oriented, right? So if I looked, let's say I found your ad over on my smartphone, and I saw this, I can't even see what I'm buying. I don't even know what to do here. Having a big orange button with everything that kind of works together here, that's going to at least quadruple the amount of results that you're getting off of your ads and your organic and your entire digital strategy. That's something that you guys can definitely look into. So that right there is something awesome. But again, that's like 20% of what SEO is all about. 5% is keywords, 15% is like for converting in the right way, which you guys are doing well, but I don't know if you guys are being voted for by other websites on Google. What I mean by that is link building is 25%. That's more than everything that I've discussed. If you thought that, oh yeah, converting, making sure people get to the site and having the right keywords is what SEO is, and then there's 75% of the other stuff that you're missing. So what I mean by link building is seasongreen.com should be on other websites that are relevant, that have people going to it, that those websites are authorities on Google, right? They're not like official, like they don't have any power on Google. They just have not a following, but people go to their website. Maybe it's like a review website that reviews lawn care services in Burnsville. It could be like lawncarereviewer.com. I don't know. These guys will maybe write up a review, right? Maybe if you request them, or maybe if you link from their site, right? Some of the website's juice will flow through to yours because Google looks at each website, looks at a little bit of like whatever text it has on the site, but also what website votes for that website. Whenever you link a website from another website, the referring website is voting for and saying, hey, these guys are relevant. I'm talking about these guys. These guys are good. So looking into that's 25% of what's going to rank you guys and keep you guys on the first page. Most lawn care companies in the South Metro, they don't give a hoot. They're like, oh, I just want to focus on ads right now because it's the busy season, or I have all the I can write a lot of articles here, but I don't know if having people review our site is important. Having 30 business citations built per month is something that I can demonstrably do with a minimum of 14 per month. If you have a mailing list, if you have emails, right, you should, after at least a year, you should have clients and stuff already. I have AI-assisted automation tools that kind of build out this kind of review generating system. It doesn't spam them at all. It waits for a while and says, hey, it's been a while. Here's 5% off the next service. If you can redeem this by the end of the week, good on you. And then let's say they purchase something. Everything's integrated within the system, and that's something that you can look into. But there's so many of these out here. It's kind of hard to go through the noise of communicating with each particular client. I don't know if you have about a base of 30, but being able to talk to each client in a way that promotes 5 out of 5 star reviews, because Yelp is an authority site. Google reviews, I searched you guys up through lawn care services in Burnsville, and you guys are on a 6th page. So having a set of Google reviews, because every time I want to buy something, I would look up Season Green reviews before I would even purchase anything from your site. Having that and the maps from Google or from Yelp or from BBB or from any other review site, there's 30 different sites I can go through that can generate 30 reviews a month as long as you have clients that are coming through and purchasing or you have a mailing list. That's just something that will blow up your growth here. It's not just for SEO. It's people are noticing that, hey, these guys are relevant, they have good reviews, and the automation system will say if someone rates a 1 out of 5 or if someone's malicious and wants to do something poorly, instead of posting and publishing that, they'll say, hey, do you want to explain why? Because we'd like to have a chat with you, and then they would get linked to you. But if someone has a 5 out of 5 star review, that person, we can say, hey, if you want to give out and publish that 5 out of 5 review on all these different sites, at the click of one button, we will give you a 10% off coupon or 5%, or maybe they can just do it. But that builds at least 30 business citations. I've had a business citation builder that brings in leads and reviews and customer loyalty and something that builds that. But instead of hiring a team of 5 people, this is all done automatically off of a mailing list. So that's something that you should look into if you want to go through me, or if you can look up something like that. But automation, marketing automation with AI-assisted software is something that big companies are looking into, and that's something that's incredibly affordable for small business owners like you and I. So at another level, there's 3 things that I tell every single business, and I'll wrap this up because I'm approaching 15 minutes here. You have your traffic, you have your conversions, and you have your lifetime customer value. And I'm going to tell you why that's basically at its ballpark the most basic formula that you can use to predict the amount of revenue that your company is going to have. The amount of people that are seeing your business for revenue, the amount of traffic that your site gets, the amount of people that call you, right? That is at what I can demonstrably see, that's at 100. So you have 100 people going to your site. Your conversion, I would say that you guys are actually doing really well for how you guys are converting on your site. I'm just going to assume that you guys are maybe at 10 or 15%, which is a lot higher than most people. They just have a phone number and maybe one paragraph, and the paragraph's long and blocky. That's something like that might convert at 1 or 2%. But you guys are doing well. If you're at 10%, right? If I can just have that as a ballpark or as an absolute minimum with a lifetime customer value of $5,000, you should be making $50,000 a month based on the amount of traffic that your site's bringing in. And how I came to 5,000 is that's a lifetime average of a new customer that signs on. So let's say you have a client that comes in and they just want to have services done in their yard. Maybe it brings in $1,000, and maybe they keep coming back to you, right? So, or maybe you have a commercial client and they're like, we want you to keep working on our yard. Or maybe the city of Savage is like, hey, can you work on this stretch of freeway and make sure it's nice and green or whatever for a long period of time? That can bring in 50,000, right? On average, we'll have notices for your industry for lawn care servicing. That's around 5,000. So you should be getting at least $50,000 on your site. So bringing in even one customer a month. If you can think I can even add in 100 extra people to your site a month, even though I've told you how to do it, do you think that any of those people, if I doubled the amount of traffic, right, which I can demonstrably argue in shows, like, yeah, that you're going to get at least twice as much. Do you think even if one of those people pay up, that it would pay for itself? And that's going to stick with you for the rest of as long as you own your site, right? So if you think that I've provided you enough value, if you think that you want me to map out solutions for your site, Jim, I want you to reach back out to me through, there should be a button below here. If you go all the way down on the bottom, click on that, schedule it in the same way that you did before, or just for a 45-minute little presentation, I will cover the full strategy. I will tell you everything you need to do to get to 500 in customers or 2,500 by the end of the summer. The full package of everything that needs to be done, and I will lay that out to you. All you have to do is be on the other line, right? We'll have a video chat just like this, but this time you'll be on the other line. So I invite you to reach out to me sometime next week. But anything longer than that, my brain's not going to be able to hold, season green in my head forever. So I'm going to let you take the next turn and reach back to me if you think there's any value here. Schedule something, and I'll look forward to talking to you. So, with that being said, I wish you the best, and looking forward, and I'll be looking forward to our meeting next week. So, thanks, Jim.